business has a story, and today we are sitting down with a local business owner to learn more about theirs. Hi, I'm Heather Alto with the Central Virginia Business Coalition.
And I'm Mike Norfield with Visiting Angels of Lynchburg.
Welcome to Tea Time. We are sitting down today with Cindy Burns with Living Forward.
Yes.
How are you today?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. So to start us off, tell us a little bit about Living Forward and, how you got started.
Well, I call myself a widow coach. And I got started because I became a widow and I didn't know any other widows, especially my age. At the time, I was 54. And I thought I did pretty well, and about 7 years later, I realized I hadn't done pretty well.
Mm-hmm.
And I hadn't grieved fully. But I also reached a point where I didn't know who I was anymore.
Mm.
I didn't know what my future, I didn't know what tomorrow would look like, much less, 5-10 years from now. So I finally figured it out. I did a lot of work and study and stuff, and decided that I didn't want anybody else to have to go through that alone without somebody to guide them. So that's how I became a widow coach.
So was there a moment where you kind of knew, like, this is what you were meant to do?
Yeah, kind of. I took a course in to be a life purpose coach, and I kind of took it more for myself. And by the time I finished it, I realized I knew my life purpose. It was to help other people going through what I was going through.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
So that was kind of the moment you decided to just take the leap and start your own widow coaching business.
It's been a long haul, but yeah.
Yeah. What's one of the biggest challenges that you faced in this adventure?
Well, myself is a lot of it. I'm a serial procrastinator. And I think it's, I see something and I think it's going to be hard. So I keep putting it off. And then when I finally get to it, it's not hard, and, but also getting myself out there and known and getting to the people who need me. A lot of people know me and know what I do, but they're not the ones that need me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So how do you navigate that? Like, how do you get the name out?
I just tell as many people as will listen. I'm on Facebook and Instagram and LinkedIn, and I might get lucky and find somebody that's that needs, recognizes themselves in me. But also, I've had several people tell me, my mother could have used you. Or I just spoke to somebody the other day about his aunt. And she's not a widow. She lost her son. But I'll help anybody that needs me. I mean, grief is grief, pretty much.
Right.
And he hasn't gotten back to me, but,
So what keeps you pushing forward?
Because it's who I am. It's what I'm supposed to do. I've thought about giving up a few times, but yeah, it's a fleeting thought.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just, I've helped a few people. I've had a few really. Two of my clients met in it was an online situation. They met in the group that I was having as well as doing the individual, and they started talking offline, out of the group, and eventually met, fell in love, and got married.
Oh,
Oh,
that's a great story.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
That's my success story, biggest success. Not that I really had anything to do with it, but
Right.
they met through me. So,
Yeah, that's really cool.
yeah.
So why Central Virginia? Why are you,
Well, it's because of
supporting
where I
it?
live now.
Yeah.
I'm originally from Syracuse, New York, and when the snow got heavy enough to crush my metal mailbox, that's when I said, my husband had been wanting to move. And I said, okay, put the house on the market. We're going. And I had an aunt and uncle that lived in Huddleston.
Okay.
And we visited them a few times. And I just loved the area. It looked very much like upstate New York. central New York with the mountains in the distance and the farms and everything. And
But without all the snow.
yes,
Yeah.
without all the snow. So my husband came down. He said, "Where do you want to be?" And I said, "Appomattox, Lynchburg area, somewhere in there." And he came down for a weekend, came back up and said, "Okay, I liked it." So
Very
here
good.
we are.
That's
So, how has the CVABC supported your journey?
All the coffee talks, all the people that I have met through CVABC has been wonderful. I mean, I've made new friends, and everybody loves what I do, even though they don't know anybody that needs me. And Heather is just fantastic. So
noted. No, I'm just kidding. But I do think even though you're meeting people now that may not need you, eventually they are going to get to that point.
Or they're going to know somebody.
Right. Yeah. Or, like you said, a lot of people are hiding grief and don't even realize they have it. So maybe that's what it takes, to.
There's a lot of reasons. I could go on and on about grief, but there's a lot of reasons for grief. It's not always just death.
And I think the from when I first met you to now, I think you're also like you've grown a lot as a person, and you've managed your grief better, because a lot of times we're like, oh, I don't have any grief problems, anything like that, but like then it kind of comes back because grief doesn't really go away. We just learn how to deal with those emotions better, right?
Yeah.
So I think you've helped yourself as well, but then also being able to take that experience and tell people like, I understand where you are because I went through it myself. I think that's a huge thing.
And I like to say that I help people who are tired of pretending to be fine.
Right.
Because there comes a time when you realize it's exhausting. I'm not really fine, and it's exhausting pretending to be.
Right. What do you like most about supporting local as a local business owner?
Because I am one.
Yeah.
And
Makes sense.
I really do. Local is just so much more personal. People get to know you, and they know your coffee order, or they know you come in at a certain time every day, kind of thing. Yeah, it's different.
It is. All right. So our most controversial question that we ask across any of our platforms: sweet tea, unsweet tea, or something else?
Unsweet tea, but usually water or Gatorade.
Okay.
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 And your favorite local business other than your own?
Okay, my favorite nonprofit is Love Heals. My favorite for-profit is Joe Bean's Coffee.
There you go.
There you go.
What is the best business advice you've been giving?
That I've been given.
Yeah, the way I said that could have been given or giving. It was kind of that's a new word. Giving. There you go.
Best business advice: just do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, stop. There's no real reason to procrastinate. Things are not as hard as you think they are. Just do it. Baby steps. And that's what I tell my clients, baby steps.
Okay.
What's one of the biggest myths about your industry?
That grief goes away, that you can heal from grief. There are certain words I refuse to use, and heal is one of them. Because it stays with you forever. It gets easier, it gets better, and it's not always a part of your everyday life, but it's still there. I had a meltdown the week before Mother's Day. Mother's Day was when my husband was diagnosed with lung cancer, so that's always a tough time for me. But, I'd been watching something on TV, and it just hit me the wrong way, and I sat there and sobbed. And it's been 15 years. So, grief doesn't go away. It just gets easier to manage.
What is one thing you wish you had known before starting your business?
That I was lazy.
True honesty here today.
I love it.
That I wish I had known. I was going to say how much work you have to put in, but if I'd known that, I'm not sure I would have done it.
Right. And every business has its own unique challenges. And I feel like you have a very unique challenge because it's very emotional and personal to you, right?
Yeah.
So, and it's, sometimes it's hard to face those feelings by ourselves, much less with someone else.
Yeah.
So I think that's a big challenge.
It's a little easier for me because I'm able to put myself in the other person's place instead of thinking about my own,
right.
Grief and my own circumstances. So I like to think I'm a good listener, and I've been told I'm empathetic. I'm an empath. So I can even though our circumstances are different, I can put myself in their place and help them from where they are.
Okay. How can people best support or connect with?
Spread the word is the best way to support. My email is cindy@cindyjburns.com, although I think that might be changing soon because I got living-forward domain.
Okay.
But yeah, connect with me on Facebook. I'm always on Facebook. Add me as a friend or send me a DM through Facebook Messenger. Yeah.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for joining us today on Tea Time. And thank you for joining us on Tea Time with the Central Virginia Business Coalition. If you would like to learn more about Cindy and Living Forward, or about how you can come and spill the tea with us, you can do so by going to www.cvabc.org.